The news item of the month, Rupert Murdoch, who is the billionaire media mogul. Alright, so putting that into context, we have several other well-known names. Hearst, Ted Turner. Who's that other guy that they made the movie about? Wealthy. Leonardo DiCaprio played him in a movie. And wasn't Citizen Kane a little bit influenced by his life? Anyhow, so many names to remember. Rupert Murdoch is being pushed out of British politics. For what reason? Let's see what people are saying. What's going on in your mind? What report did you read? He was accused of hacking people's phones. That's what the FBI does. Or the British intelligence, or the Chinese intelligence, India intelligence, German intelligence. But he's not officially government, he's media, he's policy maker in that way. What they call in the United States, fourth estate. But on one hand, the subject is status of the media, the mass media, mass mainstream media. At the scale of globalism today. Is it corrupt? Is it so-called objective? Is it right? Is it wrong? Does it have too much influence? Does it report the facts and help you get to the truth? Or does it hinder you? Does it try to brainwash you? If it's corrupt, if it's bad, or if it's wrong, is it propaganda? Is it under the control of the government, or governments, or other shadowy figures that have too much power and are not beholden to the people, like a plutarchy that controls the media? So this subject is on everybody's mind, especially on the internet, which is the relatively free, independent media of our times. Rupert Murdoch, as far as I know, has never attacked YouTube or attacked bloggers. Maybe he has. But let's see what he's facing, because this is the pressure right now on him. British government themselves are investigating. Why all of a sudden this collective fallout against the media mogul? A lot has been said about it. But are we looking at it from the highest perspective? That right now the government needs to find a common enemy. Sometimes they pick a scapegoat at a very high level. If it's not Manning and WikiLeaks in the United States, in Britain it's Rupert Murdoch. He released too much information that was private. He did things unethically. Well, so what, you know? He's been doing this for decades and decades and decades. How do you think he got into the position and one of the highest exalted status ever in known history? How do you think he did that? You think he did that by kissy kissy, nice nice, yeah, everybody, we do things fair? No. You know, wake up. It's not just because the British government is doing this week. He stepped on everybody's toes. He stepped on their heads. He crushed people. He does all that. He puts things into motion by his influence. He's said to be a kingmaker, whatever. If his influence is that much, so be it. But he put those things into motion that had millions upon millions of people killed, suffering, alienated, all the rights taken away. But I'm talking about politics here. I'm not talking about straight up media. You're a media mogul, you can do things like that. And you can also shape the public opinion. So his newspaper just closed a few days ago, News of the World. I may have read it once or twice. It's a British thing. And I'm just, like I said, reading the different reactions. Your take, his take, her take, whatever. I'm telling you right now, the British government just needs a common enemy. Because they're not looking so good anyhow. So it's like they just take one of their own, smear them around. He just had enemies. That's his karma. Sometimes it happens when you're alive. He's an old man. Maybe still got a few more years to go. I don't know. Only God knows. Or sometimes it comes after you're dead. But that's karma. And then your name is mud. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, it's just a very interesting item. Definitely. I mean, you see a connection to what we're doing? You see me, self-made man. Who did I step on to get to millions of views? How's my karma? Well, maybe not so interesting yet, because it's not the front page mainstream mass media news. Hopefully it'll never be like that. I'm not saying everybody's bad, but everybody has something to learn. And Rupert Murdoch is not beyond learning. The British government is not beyond learning. And you, my viewers, are not beyond learning. Think about it some more. Make sure you do the best that you can do when you're giving out information, making your videos, writing out your blogs. Make sure it's without karma. Make sure it's for the highest consciousness. Even when you talk about Rupert Murdoch, he's just a man like anybody else. When you have so much money, so much power, so much experience when you're that old, you just have farther to fall.